Hello, Bhai Beniharu. Hello, Namaste. I hope all of you are good today. I'm going to teach you ... Could you guess what I'm going to teach you? Yes, you will learn today the future perfect tense. Okay. What will you learn today? The future perfect tense. Yes, you are right. And today you will learn the structure of the future perfect tense. That means how to form a sentence of the future perfect tense. Then you will learn when to use future perfect tense. That means the use of future perfect tense. Okay, when we use it. Okay, and negative of the future perfect tense. How to form a sentence of negative. Okay, of future perfect tense. Then you will learn how to form a questions of future perfect tense. That means both you will learn WH questions and yes no questions. Okay, so first of all, you will learn here the structure of the future perfect tense. Could you tell me, anyone you know, what can be the structure of the future perfect tense? Right? Okay, yes. The structure of the future perfect tense is subjects will have plus past participle. Okay. First, as a subject, we use I, he, she, they, we, you, it, or names, nouns, for example, Hari, Sarita, Rita, etc. And after that, we use the verb will have. Will have is used for all the subject same, okay, no different, no change here. And then we use past participle. Past participle means here go, went, gone. Gone. Okay, gone is the past participle of the verb go. Speak, spoke, spoken. Spoken is the past participle of the verb speak. So it is called verb 3. Verb 3 means the third form of the verb. Okay. In the same way, write, wrote, written. Written, what is written here? Yes, written is past participle of the verb. Right. Okay, good. Yes, verb 3 means past participle, same, okay? For example, here, I will have arrived before you go to office, okay? So he will have arrived before you go to office. She will have arrived before you go to office. They will have arrived before you go to office. You can make etc. You can make lots of sentences using this structure. Here are some sentences, some examples of the future perfect tense. Okay, so here, by next month, I will have got to America. By tomorrow morning, she will have finished her homework. My mom will have prepared breakfast by the time I wake up. He will have finished his work by 5 o'clock. They will have got married by next year. Okay, these are the examples of future perfect tense. Okay, so you can make lots of sentences using this structure, right? Okay, here. Now, when we use future perfect tense, then, okay, when we use, yes, we use future perfect tense to talk about an actions which will finish before in a certain time in the future, okay? In the future, in a specific time, in particular time, to show the actions will have happened, okay, before in a certain time, before in a specific time, in the future, not now, not in the past, okay? For example, Hari will have delivered all the newspaper by 8 a.m. Before by 8 a.m., Hari will have finished delivering all the newspaper. It means, okay, so next example, I will have finished my work by 5 o'clock. I will have finished my work before 5 o'clock. Okay, by 5 o'clock is the shortened time. In the future, this is shortened time. I will have finished if something will have happened. Okay, to show this, we use future perfect tense, right? Next, we use future perfect tense with shortened time expression, the following time expression. That means here before, okay, till, until, by the time, by then, etc. For example, here, by the time I am 60, I will have retired from my job. by the time I'm 60. Okay, with this, by the time we use future perfect, I will have retired from my job. Here, by next week, she will have come back to Kathmandu from Pokhara. By next week, okay, she will have come back to Kathmandu from Pokhara. My sister will have finished her MA in 2 years' time. Okay, in 2 years' time. Okay. He will have started his new job before March. Okay. And this time next week, we will have been to Pokhara. I will not have completed the report until 7 o'clock. Till 7 o'clock, I will not have completed the report. Okay. In the same way, it is used to talk about an action that will be completed before another action takes place. Okay. Before another action takes place, before another action happens, and actions that will be completed, that will be finished. To show that, we use future perfect tense. For example, here I will have learned Japanese before I move to Japan. Okay, before I move to Japan, I will have learned Japanese language. So next example, by the time I get up tomorrow morning, my mom will already have left home. Okay, yeah. This is how we use future perfect tense. Okay. Now, negative of future perfect tense, how to form a negation, how to form negative of future perfect tense. Okay. For example, you can see the example here, and then you will know how to form a negation. Okay. How to form negation, right? By tomorrow morning, I will not have finished that book. By tomorrow morning, I will not have finished that book. Okay. She will not have finished her work by 6 p.m. They will not have got to America by tomorrow. Okay. They will not have, will not, have finished, have got. Remember? So the structure of structures to make negative is will not subject. Okay. They see subject, will not. We can use contraction also. So won't have, will not have, or won't have plus verb 3. Okay. For example, here they will not have got to America by tomorrow, or they won't have got to America by tomorrow. She will not have finished her work by 6 p.m. or she won't have finished her work by 6 p.m. Okay. Okay, now how to form questions of future perfect tense. Okay, so here, first of all, I'm giving you example. Will Hurry have prepared dinner by 5 p.m.? Will they have arrived here this time tomorrow? This is the question. Okay, so the structure of this question is, the sentence is will plus subject plus have plus verb 3. Okay, this is just a question. And second example here, when will you have finished reading this book? Why will he have written the book by next week? Okay, this is the example of doublet questions. When we make doublet questions, we use first doublet words, when, why, how, etc. And then will, and after that subject, and then have a plus verb 3. Okay, remember the structure is doublet word plus will plus subject plus have plus verb 3 past participle. That means then question mark. Okay, so you will I think you learn, you know how to form questions. Okay, both doublet questions and ESNO questions, right? Okay, now imagine this time next year, next week, next month, what will you have done, or what will you have finished, or what will you have achieved? This is the homework for you. Okay, for example, I'm giving you some example, then you can make your one sentences. Okay, so I will have travel to Nepal this time next year. This time next month, I will have travel to Nepal. Okay, same. When will they have finished this house? Okay. This time next year, this time next month, this time next week, they will have finished the house. Okay. My bro will have bought a new car this time next month. Or you can say, this time next year, I will have bought a new car. Okay. So you can make using this time next year, this time tomorrow, this time next week, this time next month. You can make your one sentences. Okay, now here, this is the dialogue. This is the conversation between Hari and Ram. So read this conversation. You will understand the meaning of future perfect tense. Okay, because in this conversation, you can find the sentences using future perfect tense, right? So let me read this conversation so you can hear and you can listen, and then you can understand yourself. Try to understand yourself. Okay, here you can find the future perfect tense. Okay, the sentences of future perfect tense in a statement, in questions, both you can find. Okay, so uh, so I'm going to read this conversation, okay? Hari, hey Ram, after a long time, I saw you. Where were you? And when will you have returned my book? I need that book now. Will you have returned it by tomorrow? Ram, sorry, extremely sorry. I had been suffering from COVID since I borrowed your book. I just come back from the hospital last week. Still, I have to take a rest. So I will have returned your book by next week. Is it okay for you? Hurry. I'm very sorry to hear that you were sick. Okay, you can return my book whenever you want. Don't worry, you can read it with relax. Ram, thank you. I will have returned the book by next week anyway. So this is the conversations in which you can find many sentences in future perfect tense. Okay, so here, thank you so much for this class. I hope you understand the future perfect tense, when to use, and the structures, and how to form negative and how to form questions. Okay, if you like this video, I want you to subscribe and like and share. Okay, for regular update. Okay, you can subscribe it so you can watch another video. Okay, now I want to say bye bye. Next week we'll meet again. Okay.